Hello, good morning. So this is our second day and the last day of our safari. Yesterday we got 7 lifers as I mentioned earlier, and now we are going to see some of them. Some few more left from our side. So Robida is there. It's all depends on Robida, like how he takes us there. It was foggy, but yesterday it was much more foggy. But today it's better, as we see our feathered friends in front of us, and we venture out to see them. Stay tuned for more updates.
Guess what? Our second day first sighting was that of a Eurasian sparrowhawk, fairly small, long-tailed hawk with broad, rounded wings. They soar occasionally, but more often seen in quick hunting flights, chasing small birds or perched quietly in the shade. Note the golden yellow eyes, barred underparts. Juvenile brownish above true for the first year, smaller and much less bulkier than the northern goshawk. Barred instead of vertically striped underparts, they are found in woodlands, forests, farmlands, and urban areas with hedges and wooded patches. I have showed you shovelers in my first vlog, haven't I? How many of you have watched the first vlog? Please mention in comments. The northern shoveler, known simply in Britain. Soon we were greeted by the second lifer of our second day, the great crested grebe, fairly common on lakes, reservoirs, and along the river, mainly with bordering reeds where it builds a floating nest platform. In winter, sometimes they are seen on inshore ocean waters. Breeding pairs are territorial. This particular individual gave us a wonderful flight shot.
Okay, hello. So the first 2 hours of morning birding is complete, and if you see the list, this is what we have got. Uh, Great shots. Won't say great shots because these birds are very shy, so they don't allow you to come closer. But anyway, got some good flight shots. We got some running shots, some portraits. We have given them some space right now. See, there's no boat around, so what the plan is, like, let them again settle down and we'll go again and see what's in store for us.
The Baya weaver. This is a weaver bird found across the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. Flocks of these birds are found in grasslands, cultivated areas, scrub, and secondary growth, and they are best known for hanging retort-shaped nests woven from the leaves, just as you see. The purple heron. This is a wide-ranging species of wading birds in the heron family. It breeds in Africa, Central and Southern Europe, and Southern and Eastern Asia. It is similar in appearance to the most common grey heron, but is slightly smaller, more slender, and has darker plumage. It is also more evasive bird, favoring densely vegetated habitats. Aha! Another lifer, the red-napped ibis. It is also known as the Indian black ibis, which is a species of ibis found in the plains of Indian subcontinent. Unlike other ibises in the region, it is not very dependent on water and is often found in dry fields a good distance away from water. It is usually seen in loose groups and can be told by the nearly all dark body with a white patch on the shoulder and a bare dark head with a patch of crimson red verdigris on the crown and nape. It has a loud call and is noisy while breeding. The little ringed plover, delicately built small plover with bright yellow eye-rings. Note the dull pinkish legs and large white forehead patch. Plumage much like bulkier ringed plover, but white eyebrows continues unbroken across the forehead. In flight shows narrow, indistinct white. Breeds on stony substrates around lakes, gravel pits, and along rivers. Another lifer, the common shelduck, distinctive, large, rather goose-like duck of coastal wetlands, tidal mudflats, and nearby grass fields. Striking plumage often looks simply black and white at close range. Head is deep, glossy green. Broad breast bank dark and rusty. Male has raised knob and base of red bill, juvenile duller overall with whitish face and eye ring. Less numerous and more local inland at lakes and along rivers. Often this is seen walking and grazing, at times in flocks. These gave us a lot of headache to photograph. If we save wetlands now, then we can save our planet too. Earth cannot survive without wetlands. Taking care of wetlands is important for us. Wetlands are a connection between land and water. Another lifer, the common pochard, mid-sized diving duck, male distinctive with dark rusty head, pale grey body contrasting with black breast and broad, pale bluish band on bill. These birds inhabit marshy and reed-fringed lakes to open reservoirs, locally on the sea in winter, especially when the lakes freeze. Quite a commoner in your areas, the river lapwing. The black, grey and brown coloration of this medium-sized shorebird makes it unmistakable. Raises black crest when displaying. As the name suggests, this species is primarily tied to rivers, where it is often seen foraging in pairs on the river banks or exposed islands. Calls shrilly and loudly both during display and when alarmed. The pied kingfisher. Boldly marked black and white kingfisher with short bushy crest and glossy all-dark bill. Superficially similar to the crested kingfisher, but smaller with much more distinctively patterned head and breast and less erect crest. The gadwals. Fairly large duck with extensive range across northern hemisphere. Males are mostly grey with a black rear end and puffy head. Although look for small white wing patch in flight, females are similar to mallard but note thinner bill, plainer face, orange line along the edge of the bill and white wing patch in flight. Typically found in pairs or small flocks in shallow wetlands, ponds or bays. The black-necked stork, with black and white body plumage, glossy dark green and purple neck and massive black bill, the black-necked stork is easily identified from all other birds. The legs are long and coral red in color. The female is distinguished by its yellow eye. Immature birds resemble adults, but the black plumage is replaced by brown and the white plumage is duskier. The black-necked stork inhabits wetlands such as floodplains of rivers with large shallow swamps and pools and in deeper permanent bodies of water. Another super lifer, the greatest scaup, round-headed diving duck. Males have black breast, medium grey back, white sides and yellow eye. Head appears black with greenish sheen in the good lighting, near purplish. Females are brown overall and greyer on body in winter and with patch at the base of the bill and yellow eye. The common green shank. Gentle-eyed, large wader with a slightly upturned bill. Note the overall greyish plumage with white belly and greenish legs. In flight, appears dark above with a broad white stripe in the middle of the back. Slightly larger and lankier than common red shank, usually seen as singles or small groups. Listen for the mellow tune. Last but not the least, the lifer which I have been longing for the last 3 or 4 years, the northern lapwing, the bird for which I came to Gajoldoba. These are handsome and striking large waders shorebirds with long, wispy crest, fairly common in open habitats from grassland and farmlands to wetlands, and locally on coastal mudflats, declining in some areas with land use changes. Forms flock from latter summer through winter, locally in hundreds or even thousands. Boldly patterned plumage looks black and white overall, but back shows green gloss in good light. Flies with deep, rather floppy wing blades and dives deeply in breeding display. Wingtips notably broad and rounded, not pointed like the most waders. It is highly migratory over most of the expansive range, wintering further south as far as North Africa, northern India, Nepal, Bhutan, and parts of China. It migrates mainly by day, often in large flocks. Lowland breeders in westernmost areas of Europe are resident. It occasionally is vagrant to North America, especially after storms, as in the Canadian sightings after storms in December and January. A number of the species have been adversely affected by the intensive agricultural technique in the lowland. This includes loss of rough grassland, conservation to arable or improved grassland, loss or mixed farms, and switch from spring to autumn sown crops. We ended the day and our trip with these beautiful birds and waders. We couldn't imagine a better ending to this awesome safari we had in Gajoldoba. Thank you all for watching.
রবিদা, তোমার সাথে আমাদের খুবই ভালো লাগলো। দুদিন আমরা ট্যুর করলাম, অনেক পাখি দেখেছি। এত আশা নিয়ে আসিনি সত্যি কথা বলতে। তো তোমার এই 17 বছরের যে বোটিং এবং গাইডের যে কাজ, সেটা নিয়ে যদি কিছু একটু বলো।
একটু হাসির গল্প করি।
হ্যাঁ,
আমার জীবনে ফার্স্ট আমি মাছ ধরে নির্ভর। হঠাৎ করে একদিন একজন আসলো আমাদের শিলিগুড়ির। উনি বলতেছে, দাদা আমি একটু পাখি দেখতে যাব, একটু চলেন না যাই। তখন আমার পাখির প্রতি কোনো ইন্টারেস্ট নাই, আর তখন কোনো পাখি সম্বন্ধে জানিও না কোনটা কি। পরে আমার মোবাইলটা উনি নিয়ে ওনার মোবাইলে মিস কল দিয়ে নাম্বারটা উনি নিল।
আচ্ছা,
সম্বন্ধে কোনো নাম টামও জানতাম না। ওনাদের কাছ থেকেই আজকে 2টা শিখি, কালকে একটা শিখি। আর উনি এরকম আস্তে আস্তে আরও 2-4 জন আস্তে আস্তে আসা শুরু করে। এইভাবে কাজ করে 17 বছর হইল এই কাজে লিপ্ত। এখন ঠাকুর করলে আপনাদের আশীর্বাদে যা আছে, আশা করি যে 95% জানা আছে। তাদের মতো লোক যেই আসুক, শুধু এসে একটু নামের লিস্টটা একটু জানানো দরকার। তারপরে নিজের মতো নিজে চেষ্টা করি সাজানি, কোনটা আগে করবো কোনটা পরে করবো।
আচ্ছা, গাজলডোবা সম্পর্কে যদি কিছু বলো।
গাজলডোবার নামটা হয়েছে বহুত পুরানো নাম। এই গাজলডোবা ফরেস্ট এলাকা জায়গা। আর গাজলডোবা যেটা, সেটা হচ্ছে ফরেস্টের মাঝখানে বিশাল বড় একটা জলাশয় আছে। সেখানে প্রচুর সাপ, ব্যাঙ, মাছ, পাখি সবই আছে, কিন্তু সেই জায়গাটা যাওয়ার মতো উপযোগী না। আর সেই জায়গায় গেলে পরে মানুষ যে ঘুরে আসবে এটাও বিশ্বাসযোগ্য না। 100 জন গেলে বলা যায় যে 75% ঘুরে আসার মতো সম্ভাবনা নাই। সেই জায়গা থেকে আমাদের জায়গার নাম হয়েছে গাজলডোবা।
If you want to be a part of this journey, please like and comment on my videos. Please don't skip the video, and please subscribe to my channel to support me. As you know, the wildlife trips are very expensive. Without your support, I cannot go ahead. Thank you all. Thanks for being there.